Who is this 33-year-old presumptive may win in the primaries what we need for the Democratic Party? Who is this kid? Do you know him, catchers? I'm talking about Mr. Zohran Mamdani. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Child, he went up against Cuomo to get the nominee for the Democratic Party. Now, I am a fan of the Cuomo brothers. Number one, I'm biased because they are both so sexy and smart. I love Andrew Cuomo and I love his brother Chris. Um, I was disappointed when they forced him, um, and I think it was a political stunt. They forced Andrew out of his governor position, claiming that it was some sort of harassment going on with a female employee, and I don't believe it. I don't believe that mess. Um, I don't believe he did that. My intuition is always correct, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not saying that those things don't happen to women, and men in power. They abuse their power, but Andrew didn't do it. Andrew was doing the darn thing. He was getting ready to save, or he was saving New York, especially during the pandemic. He did an amazing job for New York. Um, but there's this 33-year-old brother. I'm gonna call him a brother because he's black adjacent. Okay, but not fully. But anyway, I don't like the fool that's a mayor now, and he's allegedly, this, but he's just corrupted. Um, I don't like him. I don't like him allegedly. I say allegedly about the C word, corruption. I just don't like him. He just gives me the creeps. And I didn't like that he gave debit cards to non American people. Um, that, you have Americans in New York, and this whole nation is suffering when it comes to finances. But you find thousands of dollars to give to people that don't even, let me not go there. That's part of the reason why. And see, I'm registered Democrat, but I'm on my way to being independent because I'm tired of my party stepping over their own. We are suffering. Before you help somebody else, please clean up your own house. And that's the way I feel about that. Especially the state I'm in. It's tent city everywhere, but that's another. California is really suffering with unhoused and people sleeping in their cars, and it's not people that are on drugs all the time. It is working Americans that can't afford the high rent. They go to work, they clean their bodies at a gym. The new face of the unhoused, I will say this again for the people in the back, are working Americans. We have forgotten Americans, veterans. It's not just people that just want to, be strung out somewhere, and they need help too. They programs. And yes, true. There are some people that just like the outdoors. They don't want any type of shelter. There's some people like that. Yes, in this world. But the majority people do not want to be homeless. They want to work. They don't have a residence to put on an application. If you're lucky enough, some American unhoused person has a friend or a family member where they can use the address just so they can keep their job. But then my party, instead of looking at this and saying, hey, let me help you, they give out debit cards to people that are not from here. I'm sorry. I have a problem with that. It's okay when you want to help others that are not American, but when you don't help your own at all, that's where I draw the line. Anyways, sorry, I went on a commercial. Okay, don't get me started. We need it's tone deaf in our Democratic Party. You know, this new man I hear, and I'm about to read about him because I don't know him. I just heard about him, but he cares about the price of groceries, you know, Social Security for our elderly people. He cares about, gas prices, things that I'm talking about. He cares about healing here, the people that live in his state. And the Democratic Party has really, they've lost sight of what Americans need help with, what we are asking for you to do to help us. Anyways, but yes, so New York Democrats say that this new mayor candidate, Zohran Mamdani, is too extreme to lead. At least two moderate House Democrats from New York are criticizing New York City's presumptive Democratic nominee for mayor, Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani. Socialist. Zohran Mamdani is too extreme to lead New York City. That's what they're saying. His entire campaign has been built on unachievable promises and higher taxes. No, he wants to tax the wealthy. That's why I love him. Which is the last thing New York needs. Representative Laura Gillen, Democrat, or is it DNY, said in a statement Wednesday. Beyond that, Mr. Mamdani has called to defund the police and has demonstrated a deeply disturbing pattern of unacceptable anti Semitic comments, which stroke hate at a time when anti Semitism is skyrocketing. He is the absolute wrong choice for New York. I call cap on that because I did read something about this. Now, I don't know too much about him, but I did read that he was not doing any type of anti anti-Semitic, excuse me, rhetoric. He was not doing that. It was the first pushback from a Democratic official to Mamdani's stunning victory in the first round of New York City's ranked choice voting primary tally. Mm. A short while later, Representative Tom Suozzi, Democrat, New York, or is it DNY? Okay, whose district also spans Long Island and a small um, part of Queens in New York City. Am I saying it wrong? Was it district in New York? It's just abbreviated. I hate abbreviations. A small part of Queens in New York City wrote on X, I had serious concerns about Assemblyman Mamdani before yesterday, and that is one of the reasons I endorsed his opponent. Those concerns remain. Mamdani far outpaced former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo in the first round, winning 43.5% of the vote compared to Cuomo's 36.4%. Cuomo announced he would bow out of the primary, but left it an open question whether he would join uh, current New York City Mayor Eric Adams in running as an independent in the race. The former governor, whose own issues include accusations of sexual harassment that derailed his time in Albany, told Fox Business Maria Bartiromo that he is not ruling out running again in November. Hmm. And Gillen is a Long Island Democrat who unseated former Representative Anthony D. Epicito in the 2024 elections. She and Swazi have both been known to break from their own party on issues like law enforcement, illegal immigration during her brief time in Congress so far. They are also breaking from Democratic leaders in her criticism of Mamdani, a 33-year-old self proclaimed Democratic socialist whose platform includes city owned and operated grocery stores. Both House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said in public statements on Wednesday that they had spoken to Mondami since his victory. He ran an impressive campaign that connected with New Yorkers about affordability, fairness, and opportunity, Schumer said. Jeffrey's statement said Assemblyman Mamdani, ran a strong campaign that relentlessly focused on the economy. And see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I got my little New York accent. That's what I'm talking. I'm not from New York. I have been there before, but no. This is what we need across the board for the 2028 elections. We need new blood. We need a Democratic president that touches on these things: affordability, the economy, the high cost of living. And so that's what Assemblyman Mamdani, that's where he ran a strong campaign, because the high cost of living in New York City. Just like I complain about the high cost of California, where I live. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And we won't even, I don't even want to waste this video about Governor Newsom right now. I don't, tone deaf. Another person that is not listening. But you stay looking pretty though. Go ahead and click the subscribe button. Click the bell. And congratulations, Zohran, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Mr. Mamdani, young man, um, you're on your way. And again, I love Andrew Cuomo, but the people of New York has spoken, and we are all tired. Tired of the same old. And it is what it is. We need your help. Thank you to my day ones, and also I just saw a new subscriber. God bless you. Thank you for supporting me. You got the dimples dimpling. Hey.